Okay, so we are going to prep a whole bunch of diapers. I have a dozen intermediate Green Mountain Diapers pre-folds here, 24 bird's eye flats, 24 newborn bird's eye flats or half flats, 5 packs of muslin wipes. Everything is unbleached, by the way, which is going to make the prepping process even longer. Double-sided wipes. Thankfully, they do give you a very thorough worksheet or wash sheet. The first thing that they tell you to do to maximize softness is to do one cycle that is just water, either cold or warm. This is my brother's washing machine. He has a front loader. I have a top loader. My top loader is currently broken and the repair guy is coming tomorrow. I saw on the website that she talks about how the quiltiness of your pre-fold can be influenced based on your washing machine type. And I have a top loader, like I said, at home, which apparently quilts less. And the front loaders, because I think it's got gravity working with it, it's compressing the fibers, will quilt more. And I like quilty. So I've got everything kind of separated and unfolded. And you know, it's probably too much fabric, but it's just a cold wash. We'll kind of see how it agitates. I know you don't want to overfill these. Like, I think something like halfway is considered good. You don't want it, or maybe 3/4 max. Okay, so this is everything after the initial cold rinse cycle. So now let's do our first actual wash cycle with detergent. So because there is a full house water softener, there's just basically a little bit more than a tablespoon of detergent in here because our water hardness is basically 0. And I know from having washed my regular diapers, I usually do about 2 tablespoons for a full load that's soiled. So I'm just gonna use about half and dry on hot, or wash on hot. So cotton, let's up the wash temp to hot. Whoops, not extra hot, let's just do hot. And do an extra rinse. There we go. Okay, first wash. Oh my gosh, these already are looking so quilty and amazing. Let's just see how much water beads off of these at this point. Even though it's only one wash, I know it's not ready. Okay. You can see it took a few seconds. There's a lot that pulled off, and then a little bit that absorbed right there in the middle, and slowly now it's starting to absorb on the outside. So back in the wash you go. So we are on wash cycle number 4 now, and let's test and see how absorbent these pre-folds are. So here's another one that's dry. I'll do it again with a little bit less water so it's a little easier to see. But see how there's quite a bit of water that just kind of beads up and rolls off. So, I mean, I could certainly put this on baby, but there's a chance that, you know, it wouldn't absorb like it could. So a couple more cycles, let's see how it does. Okay, so this has been prepped 6 times now. So let's see what kind of absorbency we've got. That's pretty good. There wasn't a lot that was falling off the pre-fold. Let's try this side. You know, I would say that's pretty awesome. Obviously it's going to get more absorbent with more washes, but I would say 6 is a good number to get you started if you've got the unbleached organic Green Mountain Diapers pre-folds. Just to show you guys how important it is to clean your lint trap after every dry cycle, this was the first dry cycle, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And I just have the tablespoon here for size reference. But clearly, there's still a lot of linting that's going to keep happening. But it was just interesting to see just how much lint comes out from the prep cycles. Okay, so this was one of the really exciting things that I was curious to see about this test, is the difference in the effect and the sizing of the diapers in a front loader prep versus a top loader. So this diaper here has only ever been washed in a front loader. These were the ones that I just prepped. So this is 6 cycles of prepping. And you can see it just has this beautiful quilting effect all throughout the diaper. And the same goes for this muslin wipe on the left. You can see that these wipes were prepped with these diapers, and you can just see how beautiful that quilting texture comes out. It's also a little more strongly wrinkled on the edges. In contrast, this muslin wipe has only ever been washed in a top loader, and you can see that there's virtually no kind of crimping on the edges, if that matters to you, and it's a much flatter looking wipe. Now here are the 2 wipes, one on top of the other. This is the front loader versus the top loader. And honestly, it kind of looks like there's a size difference, but when I actually stretch out this wrinkled edge here, they pretty much prep out to be the same size. Finished size for both ends up being about 9 inches wide and 11 inches long. If I measure the 2, you can see here, about 13 3/4 wide and pretty much exactly 14 inches tall. This one here, again, only ever washed in a top loader, and it is about 14.5 inches wide. It's about 14.5 inches tall. There's a difference of, about 1/2 inch all the way around here. So I also have the red edge pre-fold here because I was trying to debate between these 2 which one I was going to get. And this red edge pre-fold has only ever been washed in a top loader. So when I line it up with the intermediate, there is a slight difference in the width, which is why I personally opted for the intermediate edge, as I like having the width, whereas I don't really need the absorbency so much. So you can see when washed in the top loader, I had 1 3/4 inches extra width for me. Again, they do stress on the website that everybody's machine and water and everything impacts the final shape of your diapers. And if you're debating between 2 similar sizes, like the intermediate and the medium pre-fold, I would definitely encourage getting one of each if you have the time and testing them out to see which one you end up liking. Because like I said, I was really expecting to like the red because that's what everyone seems to really like. And I get, because it's got more absorbency in the middle, if you need the extra absorbency, that just may be the choice regardless. But personally, when I'm snappying, I think because I'm kind of awkward, I like having the extra width, even though, the rise came out to be pretty much the same in my machine. And then, if you have access to a front loader, maybe a relative or a friend that you can prep in, and you really want this kind of tight quilty effect, just be aware that it will make your final diaper size a little bit smaller. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just all beautiful and fluffy, and I love them all. And for me, the loss of this little bit of width is not a big deal. It actually works out just great. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful for you guys. And then, as I said, interestingly, these came out quiltier looking, but the size really did not change. Again, because this is kind of scrunched really hard, they ended up being about the same. All right, thanks you guys for watching. Hope this was helpful and hope you enjoyed it. Take care.